Wildcat hockey. There's an atmosphere to this game. The icy chill that hovers in the air. The rumble of dedicated fans against the glass. The sound of metal carving its path. Someone once said hockey was figure skating in a war zone. They weren't exactly wrong. There's an athletic tradition at the University of Arizona, one that isn't deterred by cacti or blistering heat. A tradition of hard work, perseverance, and preparation. A tradition of camaraderie and of school spirit. It grants us hope when times are hard and makes us strong so we can rise to our feet again. This tradition, it lives inside these players, and it lives inside their fans. So join us. We're ready to bear down. And something tells us you are too.
Tonight, we will honor our graduating members of the University of Arizona senior class. But first, we would like to recognize the graduating senior members of the Arizona State University Sun Devils. Number 2, Connor Squaring. Number 4, Kate Olson. Number 12, Grady Franklin. Number 13, Tyler Kylie Ram. Number 15, Ty Marchand. Number 21, Carson Kuch. And number 39, Ben Chase. Wildcat fans, please direct your attention to the Wildcat entrance and join me in welcoming our first graduating senior who comes from Wayne, New Jersey. Assistant Captain, number 7, Nicholas Chioka. Nicholas Chioka, better known as Cheeks to his teammates. As a transfer from NCAA Division III Hobart College, he'll be graduating from the University of Arizona with a 3.2 GPA and a degree in social behavior and human understanding. Chioka has played 68 games in the Wildcat uniform, tallying 23 goals and 49 assists, totaling 72 points over 3.5 seasons. He plans to continue working in derivative training and managing a high-ticket sales team. His favorite memories as a Wildcat are obvious ones, winning the last Cactus Cups and many big games. Winning the Cactus Cup in the first semester last year in front of all the alumni was special. When TJ went down with an injury, everyone stepped up for our team. He'll also fondly remember being a highly ranked Maryville team in St. Louis. The feeling of winning with the boys, the staff, alumni, family, and fans has been the most memorable and fun part of this experience. Winning is fun. He'll miss the relationship with everyone here the most. Tucson is a special place with people, teammates, staff, and faculty. He'll miss going to work with all these people who have pushed him so hard to be better every day. Cheeks is going to be very difficult to replace as Coach Berman, particularly on the power play. I think it's fair to say he's one of the best power play quarterbacks in the entire country. His deception at the top line combined with his quick release made it a very difficult matchup. Linking in with Riley Rue as an elite front net presence led to major improvement on our power play and shortened since. The power play currently stands as the #1 power play in the WCHL at 27%, and he plays a major role in that success. He came here as a talented transfer who had a difficult playing experience, and I'm proud that he's able to fall in love with hockey again and find a place where he belongs. Although he'll be moving on with life and looking forward to building upon that relationship now as an alumnus. Nicholas Chioka will live here with 3 Cactus Cups and will be joined tonight by his parents Diane and Doug Chioka. Next up from East Wenatchee, Washington, number 10, Hunter Hodgson. Hunter Hodgson, better known as Hodge to his teammates, will be graduating from the University of Arizona with a 3.5 GPA and degree in communications and a minor in sports management. His plans to move to Scottsdale, Arizona when he'll start working. His favorite moment as a Wildcat was winning the Cactus Cup every year and playing in front of U of A fans every Friday and Saturday night. He'll miss being in the locker room and hanging out with his best friends every day. Being able to play hockey with these guys has been the best thing, but the memories and friendship is what he'll never forget and will last a lifetime. Hodge serves as a great lesson to our younger players, says Coach Berman. He came here before aging out of juniors, so he was early in his development process. As a result, he was in and out of the lineup often as a freshman. However, it was how well he handled it that mattered. He didn't sulk or complain, he just put his head down and went to work, eventually earning his opportunity and never letting it go, cementing himself as a core piece to our back end. I'll remember Hodge on the ice for his long stick and defensive prowess. What I'll miss most is him as a human being. Hodge is a very genuine person who speaks from the heart. He doesn't half engage in anything and will do whatever he can for the guy next to him. He always put the team first. It is exactly what our culture is about, and he led as a major example. His impact will last a long time past his time here in Tucson, and we wish him nothing but the very best. Hunter Hodgson will live here with 3 Cactus Cups, and he'll be joined tonight by his parents, Christina and Dougie Hodgson. Last but not least, our final graduating senior coming from Chicago, Illinois, number 16, Dylan Walker. Dylan Walker, best known to his teammate as Watts, will graduate with a 3.3 GPA and a degree in communications and sports management. Walker is the son of one of the greatest in Arizona Wildcat hockey program history, Kelly Walker. So when it came time to ask his dad if he could wear his number 16, It was an easy decision and honor for his father. You would think those would be difficult shoes to fill, but it was a challenge that he took on admirably and with full confidence. If you know Dylan, he does not lack confidence. He'll leave here in very rare company, finishing as the 39th player in program history to finish with over 100 points. In 99 games played, Walker has 37 goals and 84 assists with 121 points total. Today happens to mark Dylan Walker's 100th regular season game as a Wildcat. Walker plans to move back to Chicago, where he'll begin working for a company called DNA. His favorite memory is winning the Cactus Cup over Alumni Weekend last year. He'll miss the camaraderie and says it's a pretty special to play on a team with all your best friends for 4 years. Dylan is a pure playmaker, says Coach Berman. He can be magical on the ice in every sense of the word. I've often described him as our Pavel Datsyuk, whereas he preferred Patrick Kane. He's the kind of player that gives you more offensive freedom compared to others simply because he has that in his bag and you don't want to suffocate the creativity that makes him so special. He's pulled off some of the most jaw-dropping plays you'll ever see, and his highlight reel is a long one to say the least. Just when it looks like the other team is boxing into a pile, somehow he'd come out of it with the puck, and he's able to make a play. He also has a knack for scoring big goals at big times. The only one that most recently comes to mind was his short-side snipe in the national tournament against the University of Oklahoma to seal the game. But I think what we miss most is him chirping about his Chicago Bears. There's been a lot of back and forth with him over the years, and I'll miss that connection with him. I guess we'll have to continue via text when the Detroit Lions finally win the Super Bowl. We wish Dylan Walker nothing but the best moving forward, just not the Chicago Bears. Dylan Walker will leave here with 3 Cactus Cups, named as the 2023 WCHL All-Rookie Team, and was named the 2023 Wildcat Rookie of the Year and the 2025 Wildcat MVP voted on by his peers. He'll be joined tonight by his parents, Terry and Kelly Walker. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our senior night ceremony. Let's hear it one more time for your 2026 Arizona Wildcat Hockey Senior Class. Chicago, Illinois, number 16, Dylan Walker. At center from Walnut, California, number 18, Rodney Rue. At left defense from East Wenatchee, Washington, number 10, Hunter Hodgson. And at right defense from Plainfield, New Jersey, number 4, Billy Maloney. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we ask you to rise if you are able and direct your attention to the Zamboni entrance for tonight's national anthem performed by Gianna Dagnino.
Stripes and bright stars.
Suresh Garavella, 23rd president of the University of Arizona, and his wife, Lakshmi Garavella, to the game tonight. They are here in their Arizona Wildcat jerseys, and they have the great honor of performing the honorary puck drop for this final game of the season.
Welcome back, Wildcat fans, to the Tucson Arena for our final men's game of the season. We are so excited up here in the booth, and we are so glad you can join us here on the broadcast. And if you can, we'd love to have you come next season to make it here at the TCC. Tonight we have your University of Arizona Wildcats versus in-state rivals, the ASU Sun Devils.
It's always special when these two rival universities face each other, but tonight the winner will host a Cactus Cup, and we're on our way from Tucson. As an early chance right away, and a save made by Gould. Good chance there for Connor Squarey, one of the seniors for ASU coming right in. Squarey will throw it behind the net. Played here and sent to the point by Carson Cooch. A shot here was blocked. Squarey will play it behind the net. Cooch has it knocked off his stick. Was a good early opportunity for ASU in the first 10 seconds, but Gould was up to the task early. Kylie ran behind the net, tied up by Hodgson, plays it out in front. Gould another stop, and the rebound goes just wide. Played behind the net. Arizona can settle it down now with Billy Maloney. Maloney will play it across to his partner and get it back. McLean Cooney hit hard. Big hit there by Ty Marchant. Matthew Gross has the puck for ASU. Will play it to the middle to King, who sidestep a check from Wyatt Steffen. Helgelson will play it up, looking for Steffen. It was cut off there by Martian, who plays it cross ice to Gross. Drops it back as a shot goes wide from Ryan Quast. Played to the point. It wasn't able to be kept in there by Suvevsky. So Arizona will be able to settle. Nicholas Kioka will play it to Helgelson, who will play it in off the boards. Justin Hughes gives chase for Arizona. The puck hit the skate of Jake Faulkner as they got a tie up in front of the marching band behind Nate Glenn's net. They battle to a side. Hughes trying to work the puck free. Now it's worked free by Hughes. He played to the middle, and it's taken here by Kennedy. His stretch pass now goes to Kennedy, Kennedy is knocked off the puck by Helgelson. Puck goes into the corner. Played to the point. Kicked across by White. Tonias plays it. It's deflected into the corner. Kennedy trying to get it to Quas. It was cut off there by Helgelson. Vilhauer will have a chance to clear, and it's deflected out by Steffen. No icing as it's on net for Nate Glenn, who kind of hesitated on what he was going to do with it. Curley was quickly on him. Vilhauer's got it behind the net. Reed Gramlich and Vilhauer kind of collide, the two teammates, as ASU will pick the puck up and play it out. Here's Carter Newland trying to pass it across. Was looking for Austin Cameron as it played out in front. Gramlich wasn't able to clear it. A shot goes wide. Carter Newland picks it back up for ASU. Play to the point. A one-timer goes wide of Gould's net to his left. Thrown to the net by Friesen. Curley's got a second to control it. The puck's stuck on the side of the net as Baird has it. Will play it off the glass and out. Gramlich sidesteps a check. It's picked up by Gross, who plays it in the middle. ASU's going to be offside here at the line. Frantic start here in the first 3 minutes. Let's preview the goalies for both teams. For ASU, it's Nate Glenn, who's making his first start in 2.5 weeks. He's appeared in 19 games for ASU. Holds a 7-9-2 record with a .329 goals against average. For Arizona, it's Hayden Gould. In 19 games, he's 9-8-2 with a .284 goals against average. Puck will go here and played by Nate Glenn. Trying to play it up the wall there was Carson Cooch. Cooch was knocked down to the ice. Marchant will play it off the glass. It's off the glove of Maloney, who will give chase quickly. Chasing him is Squeary. Squeary knocks Hodgson off the puck as well as it comes, and it's chipped up here. Possible 2-on-1 for Arizona. Here comes Pizzo up ice. Pizzo shoots a blocker saved by Glenn. Erickson was up in the play with him. Pizzo elected to go for the shot, and a nice early stop there as Erickson and the ASU defender battle behind the net as the puck comes out. Great atmosphere here in the Tucson Convention Center. Great crowd on hand. We got the band, the Arizona president, all out here for senior night in Arizona's last home game of the season. Go. Hey.
Please.
Helgelson cuts off the puck. Walker behind the net. Dylan Walker tried to play it out in front. It was cut off there. Arizona has time to recollect here. Dylan Walker playing in his 100th regular season game will chip it into the zone. Ty Marchant will play it across to his partner. Luke Chase up ahead. Skating in here is Olsen. Olsen shoots. A save made there by Gould. Cut off here by Gross. Gross plays it out. Here's King with some space. Gould makes another stop. Gould's been sharp early. He's made about 4 or 5 saves. ASU with the better chances so far in the first 5 minutes as Walker plays it to McLean Cooney, who's hit hard there by Ty Marchant. Here comes King. King sidesteps 2 Arizona players and a third here as he skates up ice. Gross cutting to the net. John Baird plays the puck for Arizona. Wyatt Steffen will play it to the middle. Justin Hughes, nice breakout by the Wildcats. Hughes in his zone, he shoots. Glenn makes the stop. Steffen keeps it in at the point, plays it to the middle. Nice move by Vockler. A backhand shot was deflected wide. Justin Hughes and Wyatt Steffen down below the net, battling for the puck. Hughes trying to poke it free. Kicking it is King, only as far as Hughes, who picks it up. Hughes plays it to the point. One-timer by Baird. That one goes wide. Big rebound off the inboard. Steffen a chance. Glenn makes the stop. The puck is loose, and it's covered up. So we got some early festivities in front of the ASU bench.
Coming into this, both ASU and U of A in this series are tied 2-2 to win the Cactus Cup. Cactus Cup is the series and the kind of the rivalry that ASU and U of A have here, and typically they play 5 to 7 games to kind of figure out who's gonna win and hoist the cup this year. And this year we got a barn burner for you. We have 2 games won for your Wildcats and 2 games won for ASU. This is the deciding game right here.
Looks like Jake Vockler is going to be going to the box here. It's going to be a roughing penalty. So ASU will have a chance to go on the power play here. Matthew Gross, the leading point scorer for ASU, and to take the face-off. Gross wins the face-off against Erickson. Marchant collects and plays it to King. King gets it at the point. Gross curling in the neutral ice. Now he's got it now. Tried to play it across. It was cut off by Erickson. Trying to hand pass it ahead was Hodge, and Hanrahan will clear it as Butler has to go back for ASU. Watched there closely by Carter Hanrahan. He'll settle things down with 1:33 to go on the power play. King drops it back to Marchant. He'll play it towards Butler. Butler to King. King stops up, settles things down. King nearly stumbles at the line. Plays it to Gross. Marchant to the point. King. Arizona doing a nice job keeping everything to the outside here as a shot goes right on net. Gould makes the save and covers up the rebound as a shot came there from Ty Marchant, the 6'3 defenseman, 185 pounds.
with a team like ASU and a team like U of A is known for their penalty kill. They have that innate ability. They have that teamwork. This is a very, very strong defensive team that can work really well. Their penalty kill is actually at a 79.5%, which that's firing very, very high for the WCHL here.
ASU also has given up 5 shorthanded goals this season, the most in the WCHL, as the puck's cleared out. Cameron will play it back to Matthew Gross. Gross skates up ice. He's got some speed. Erickson with a nice stick there to deflect the puck away as Hanrahan clears it with 38 seconds to go on the penalty kill. Ty Marchant will drop it back. Played ahead by Squeary. Squeary poke checks it ahead as he's first on the puck in the corner. Watched there by Justin Hughes. He'll play it to the point. Cade Olson now for ASU will walk it down and play it. Back to the point it goes. Carter Newland shoots it through a screen. That one was deflected just wide. Looked like Gould didn't see that one as Newland's got it at the point. Plays it across to Olson who shoots. Gould makes the stop. It's behind him. They battle for it. The puck comes out. Here's Newland with some space. Shoots, and Vockler with a nice play coming out of the penalty box to block the shot. It actually broke the stick of Carter Newland. The stick's in 2 pieces around the face-off dot as they battle to a side to Gould's left. Penalty coming up to ASU. Gould's coming off to the bench. Arizona's got some numbers as Vockler tried to pass it ahead. Now he's got it to Hughes. Justin Hughes around the net. Circling extra attacker on Rue. Shoots. That one was blocked. Nice block there by Danilo Savitsky as we're going to have our second penalty of the game. The first one on ASU. See what the call is. It's going to be an interference call on Hunter Friesen, as Arizona is going to be going to the power play. The power play has been smoking hot at 25%. That is second in the WCHL. So linesman's picking up the rest of that broken stick. We'll give it to the ASU bench as we'll get the power play going. Riley Rue in to take the face-off.
This is really where
against
you
Ben
need to see
Chase.
U of A capitalize. Taking a look at the stats for the last couple of games versus ASU, the first person to score is who has won in the last 4 games here.
Vockler plays it to the point. Kioka taps it to Vockler. Vockler throws it to the net, deflected by Rue. Now Rue has it behind the net, plays it to Hughes. Hughes to the point to Stefan. Here's Kioka, the senior. Watches from the point, manning the power play. Kioka shoots. That one was blocked. Kioka tries again. That one goes wide. Rue is looking for the deflection. Hughes plays it to the point. Vockler down low. Rue would look like he was trying to quickly have a stuff attempt as Marchant will clear off the stick of Kioka. Look out. And a nice catch there made by a fan. As Arizona will still have 1:24 to go on this power play as the puck was deflected out in the Arizona zone, so the faceoff will stay right there. Second unit on for Arizona. Jack Curley in to take the faceoff. The faceoff is one back. Helgelson will play to Maloney. Maloney down low. Curley touches it back to Maloney, but the puck jumped over a stick and comes out. Interesting to see Dylan Walker not on the first power play unit, but he is out here now with 1:10 to go on this second unit. Dylan Walker now makes a nice move at the line. Walker trying to toe drag around Olson. Puck is cleared only as far as Helgelson at the point. Helgelson recollects now, backhands it across. Maloney, though, was pinching down, so they're going to have to recollect out in the center ice. 48 seconds ago on this power play. Helgelson sauces across to Walker. As Arizona gets going up ice, Walker plays it to Maloney. Billy Maloney into the zone. Maloney looking over his options. He'll throw it around. Walker is there to collect it. Walker plays it to the point. Helgelson fakes the shot. Now takes the shot save made there by Glenn as Quast will clear it out of the zone and down the ice with 20 seconds to go on the power play. Helgelson skating up ice, cuts to the middle. Stick check there by Kawasas. Hegelson's backhand off the glove of Glenn. Walker walking down. Walker shoots, a blocker save made by Glenn as it's cleared here by ASU.
ASU back to full strength, 5-on-5 hockey here.
Gold will play it to Helgelson. Helgelson backhands it ahead. Chipped into the zone here by Erickson. Erickson beats Marchand to the puck. Erickson tried to play it out in front. Glenn got a glove on it and will cover up and freeze.
Turner, taking a look at what we've seen so far, what are you expecting from the rest of this game, and kind of what do you think Coach Berman's drawn up over there?
I think a lot of physicality from both sides. Obviously a rivalry game. These teams know each other well. 4 games earlier this season, not to mention the games in previous seasons too. ASU U of A, obviously a good rivalry to begin with. But I think for Arizona, I think the goal is going to be to stay out of the box. I think Arizona is the better of the 2 squads from what we've seen. Not only tonight, I think Arizona State has got off to a better start, but from the previous games, Arizona, I think, is a little bit of the stronger team. So you want to keep ASU on their heels in their defensive zone, get shots on Glenn. Glenn has looked sharp early, as I mentioned off the top. Glenn hasn't played in 2.5 weeks, but he's off to a good start so far. Good start for both teams. Really fast-paced game. I think both teams are going to be really excited. Good crowd on hand, especially for a D1 ACHA game.
Absolutely. Tucson shows up when there's a rivalry game in town.
Rossi wins the faceoff back to the point as Baird will throw it to Erickson, who backhands it out in front looking for Pizzo. Puck comes back to the point. John Baird shoots. Nice block there by Connor Squeary as the puck's played back in. Stretch pass ahead. Way too hard to handle there for Tyler Kiley Ram. It's going to go the length of the ice for icing with 9 minutes to go here in an entertaining first period. Faulkner in the take to face off against Tyler Kiley Ram. Kiley Ram a little bit too early in that one, so they'll do it again. He wins it. This one goes right on Glenn. You'll cover up. We'll do this all over again in the same dot. Because of the icing, Arizona State wasn't able to change. Now they'll get fresh bodies on the ice. Marchand trying to poke the puck away from Stefan as Faulkner comes crashing in. Faulkner tried to play to a point, hit someone's shin pad as Gross has it. Skating up here is Butler trying to get around the Arizona defenseman Helgelson. King plays it behind the net. Picked up here by Butler. Butler was the one who scored the overtime winner in the second game of this series. Butler's got a chance now. Gould makes the stop. He was ready for Caden Butler's one-timer. Played to the point by Gross, but coming off the bench there was Luke Chase, so he wasn't able to play it. Marchand plays it to the middle. Gross has a puck knocked off his stick as Justin Hughes tries to gain the zone. Arizona content to play it in as Stefan mixing up with a couple ASU players in front of their bench. Ty Marchand, one of ASU's leading ice time players, plays it ahead. Gould behind the net will ring it around the boards. Hodgson chips it ahead. Puck shot in wide of the net. Maloney trying to play it. It was cut off there by Friesen. Friesen plays it out in front. Gould, a nice save. A one-timer there by Arthur DeVillers, but Gould came out to make a nice stop. Gould's definitely been the busier of the 2 goalies thus far, and he's been up to the task. Friesen wins the faceoff. Carter Newland will play it. Thrown wide of the net as a puck caroms back out in front. Dangerous caroms off these lively inboards. Baird will chip it ahead. McLean Cooney takes a big hit as the puck's played back into the Arizona defensive zone, where they'll have time to reset and try and get a rush going up ice. As here's McLean Cooney, the midseason acquisition for the Wildcats, dumps it in. Walker going to chase. Glenn kind of fanned on the pass, but no harm as ASU picks it up now and it's cleared, but it was knocked down there by Curley. Picked up here by Walker. Walker shoots, a save made by Glenn. As the puck's cleared, we got a foot race. Looks like Newland's gonna win it, so Gould comes out of his net to backhand it around the dasher. Walker will chip it out to neutral ice. Tonjes will play it into the zone. Dylan Walker plays it cross ice to Gramlich. Gramlich stays on side, drops it back to Walker. Nice tie up there by Kennedy. Helgelson stretches it up the middle to Vilhauer. Kind of fanned on the dump in, but it worked anyways as White clears it around the boards. Nicholas Kioka cuts it off for Arizona, though. He'll just play it down as Vilhauer will give chase. Arizona State quickly ups it, but Helgelson cut it off. Puck collected and skated out here by Kennedy as he backhands it into the zone. Helgelson plays it up the wall. Vilhauer wasn't able to play it. Puck ends in no icing. Glenn has his hand raised, but the puck came from the other side of the red line, so Vilhauer battles for it with Rossi as they try and work the puck free. Vilhauer will backhand it around to Maloney. Maloney sidesteps a big check there by Marchand. It's a puck centered out in front. Vilhauer trying to get a stick on it as it comes to Rossi, the center, playing back on the defense while Maloney's up in the play. Maloney's got it now, plays it to Rossi. Rossi one-timer, that one was deflected and cleared out here by ASU. Does this one have the legs for icing? It does, so these tired Arizona State bodies are gonna have to stay on the ice.
In a situation like that, you really, like, as far as U of A will go to, like, get to that, like, you don't want it because you get the change and ASU doesn't.
Arizona will respond by putting on their big guns, their first lines on the ice. Look out here, is coming the other way with some speeds, Caden Butler. Butler streaking in and a great defensive play there by John Baird to deflect the puck up and out of play. As Caden Butler was skating in with a ton of speed, and him and Baird went into the boards hard as Butler's a little slow to get up. It was a non-intentional play there by Baird as he was going to play the puck and did play the puck as the puck was deflected up. It was blocked, but Butler's a little shaken up, a little slow to get up here behind the Arizona net.
Yeah, and I mean, Baird is just a huge guy. Like, that's not someone you want to get. Yeah, 6'5", 220 is our most recent stats for height and weight there. Can you imagine? That's like a truck hitting you.
Especially at full speed
full speed,
Olsen was racing up the ice. Or excuse me, Butler was racing up the ice from his own blue line. Fans getting a roar out of the shirts from some students. Butler now back on his feet as he's being helped off the ice.
Looks like he's going to just go back to the bench, though, not.
Now they're making a pivot back to the locker.
Did a little Yui. Hopefully all is well, though.
Caden Butler, one of the leading point scorers on this Arizona team, scored the game-winning goal in the second match between these two. So the face-off will be in the Arizona defensive zone.
Because he technically was checking him with the purpose of getting the puck away in a possession stance, there won't be a penalty call.
Arizona collects off the face-off as Renfrew will play it to Hughes. Indirect pass ahead. Olsen plays it only as far as Baird, who sidesteps a check there in front of the Sun Devils bench. Olsen backhands it ahead. We got a penalty coming up. Looks like it's going to be Wyatt Steffen going off. It's going to be a cross check. So Arizona State will have a power play for the second time today. Thought that one, my unbiased opinion, was a little bit soft. So Arizona State on the power play. Matthew Grossen to take the face-off. A battle off the draw. Hodgson clears it. Cameron was able to keep it in. Hodgson will play to his partner, and it's cleared all the way down. Gross a little with a heavy touch. Hanrahan trying to pick it up, but he couldn't quite get around Marchant. DeVillers will play it back to Gross. Gross uses a kind of screen from Cameron. Nice move there by Matthew Gross. Nice chance, and they score. Arizona State breaks the ice. Ty Marchant, a power play goal for the Sun Devils. And Arizona State leads 1-0.
There was really nothing Gould could do there on there. He was low, taking that first save, and the rebound just right over his head there.
Yeah, that was a nice rush there by Matthew Gross entering the zone. Was able to sidestep two players, use a makeshift screen from Arthur DeVillers. Got the shot off goal and made the stop. But on the rebound, Ty Marchant is there. The team that has scored first in the first 4 games have won each of these games. So Arizona will be looking to reverse that stat today as Helgelson throws it into the zone, but it was blocked. Chase pass ahead. Hit there by Kyoka in front of the Arizona bench. On Ryan Quast. Pass across to Helgelson. Walker plays it to the middle. Here's Cooney into the zone. Cooney will shoot it right on Glenn. An easy stop there. As it is in a rivalry game, every little play after, every little touch after the whistle blows of a goalkeeper or any other player is going to cause a little bit of a crowd.
Some extracurriculars in any rivalry game, for sure, for sure.
Rue wins the face-off back. Walker shoots off the draw, and Glenn makes the stop. He was ready for that as Walker was standing right behind the center, Riley Rue. They'll do it again. Rue and Tyler Kiley ram in on the face-off. It's played to the point. Renfrew didn't want to pinch, so skating up with a lot of speed is Squeary. Squeary shoots off the side of the net. John Baird has some space now to skate it out of the zone. We'll throw it across ice. Cooney will just dump it in, where Walker will give chase. Olsen will backhand it to Kylie Ram, who will drop it back. Stretch pass ahead's a good one as Kylie Ram plays it, drops it back to Cooch. Kylie Ram will play it around, pinching in from the far side there with speed is Anthony White as it's backhanded towards the net. Pitching in here is Cooch. So Cooch backhands it to the middle. Walker just kicks it away. Kylie Ram collects it, throws it towards the net. It was hit a skate as Cooney will just chip it out of the zone. Puck hit the linesman there in front of the Arizona bench, so the Villars had some space to work in. But no harm for the Wildcats as Maloney plays it ahead, trying to get it to Steffen. Hagelson will throw across ice to Steffen. Steffen to Justin Hughes. Hughes in with some speed. Hughes shoots in a blocker save made by Glenn. Vockler, a one-timer. Glenn was ready for that one as well on the short side. Looks like Hughes' stick broke there, so he has to go off and get a new one, or he'll just go off for a change. As Gross with another nice move on Hagelson, trying to dangle his way to the middle. A toe drag attempt there by King was fanned on. As Hagelson picks it up and plays it to Owen Vilhauer. Vilhauer with Steffen in the zone. Here is Wyatt Steffen. Will throw it to the point. Hagelson will shoot through a crowd. That one goes wide on Glenn's glove side. As it's stretched ahead here to Friesen. Hagelson quick up to Vilhauer. Owen Vilhauer drops it back. Trying to make a move there was Curley. Is skating in now is Quast. He'll throw it on net. Gould chaperones it to the corner. Curley picks it up for Arizona, saucers it ahead to Gramlich. Arizona exits. Reed Gramlich from Phoenix, Arizona. Very familiar with this ASU team as Glenn plays it up and the puck is collected out in neutral ice. Renfrew will throw it into the opposite corner. Arizona making a line change. As the puck's cleared up ahead, Chase trying to track it down. Gould out of his net to play it with 70 seconds to go here in the first period. Gramlich tries to play it ahead. Renfrew off to end boards. Final minute here of the first period. Played in by Squeary. Baird watched closely there by the fast-tracking Carson Cooch. Skating in here is Erickson with some speed. He's got Rossi going in the net. Erickson's shot was stopped there by Glenn. We got another broken stick. It's like the third in this period.
That might actually just be a piece from the...
Yeah. But it might be a piece from the boards or something. It's laying out there. As Tanis has it here for Arizona State. He'll play it off the boards. Trying to kick at it was Baird. Puck came out of the zone. Pizzo will just throw it in, go off for a change with 15 seconds. Arizona trying to work the puck free. Shot from a tight angle off the side of the net. Cleared to the point. Maloney wasn't able to keep it in. And that will be the end of the first period. Ty Marchant, the lone goal scorer from Matthew Gross. And after one, ASU leads 1-0.
We'll be back shortly to bring you the second period.
Welcome back to play here at the Tucson Convention Center. Arizona State with a goal from Ty Marchant is leading this one 1-0.
Taking a look on a little bit more of the analytical side here and the rankings, U of A is currently ranked 15th in the ACHA with ASU at 29. That does mean that U of A is going to nationals this year. It says it's the, I believe it's the top 25 in the ACHA. U of A's current ranking is obviously it's 15th, but the current goal stats, or not goal stats, what am I saying? The current win stats is 14-9-3 with ASU 11-15-2. Obviously, on paper, not evenly matched. U of A is definitely the stronger power, but when you add in the rivalry element, it's definitely, it
And
becomes
ASU wanting to play spoiler as well.
absolutely, yeah. It's a heated game. I'm Brooke Barker, joined by
Turner Joy, as Arizona's got their fourth line on the ice. Fourth line probably created the best opportunity for, it was Mike Pizzo, who had the best chance for Arizona as we're about to resume action here in the second period. Arizona collects it here as Pizzo throws it into the opposite corner. Ty Marchant to play it. Knocked off the puck there as Ben Chase, as the puck is worked free. Erickson trying to poke it away from Kylie Ram. Erickson will throw it below the net. Pizzo tried to backhand it as the puck is cleared out here by ASU. Does this have the legs for icing? It does. So the faceoff will be back in the Arizona State zone. Arizona State defensive zone. Arizona will get their first line on the ice. Coach Berman trying to look for a little spark from his fourth line there. They were able to create the icing, and Arizona now gets the big guns on for their offensive zone face-off. Faulkner wins the face-off clean back to Kioka. Kioka will chip it down below the net. Faulkner, watched there by Kylie Ram. Puck comes to the corner where Hughes has it poke checked ahead to the point. Hagelson will shoot. Steffen was looking for the deflection. Kylie Ram chips it up ahead. Foot race now is skating after it is Squeary. Guarded by Kioka. Kylie Ram plays it to Squeary. Back out in front by Kylie Ram. Faulkner has it now. Will play it across to Steffen. Steffen plays it to Hughes. Hughes forces a turnover. His shot, though, was blocked. Hughes throws it below the net. Steffen plays it out in front looking for Faulkner. Baird pinches in there to keep the play alive for Arizona. Chipped only as far as Baird. Will throw it on net. It takes a deflection off the glove of King, who makes a nice move to exit the zone. As Jake King comes in, shoots. Gold with the easy stop as he sticks it to the corner, where DeVillers for Arizona State tries to get away from the number 7 counterpart, Kioka. So two number 7s there battling for the puck. Cade Olson played up ahead here for Matthew Gross. Gross shoots. Gold makes the stop. He fought it off. He didn't know where the rebound was as Gross tried to center it. Here's an indirect pass ahead. Possible chance here for Riley Rue, who shoots over the net. Quick line change there for Arizona as they were trying to avoid the too many men on ice penalty. Rue is able to get a stick on it, so it's no icing. This one's chipped out. Look out in the first row as that one was chipped up and out of play. Puck did take a deflection, so no penalty. And the faceoff will be in the Arizona State defensive zone. Tie up off the faceoff. Cooney kicks it ahead. Marchant collects for Arizona State and chips it up. Rue indirectly passes it ahead to Walker, who takes a bump but is able to play it in, where McLean Cooney will give chase. trying to work the puck away there from the goal scorer, Marchant. Chase plays it off the boards and out. King played behind the net, trying to get away from the senior Dylan Walker, closely watching him. Curley gives King a bump. Kennedy and Quast on the puck for Arizona State, right in front of the marching band in the left corner. King's got it for Arizona, shoots. Gold makes the stop. The rebound, it's loose, and Gold's able to cover it up. Oh, that hit the inside of the post. And Gold quickly was able to pounce on it before an Arizona State player was able to put it in. Hodgson tries to play it across to Maloney. Maloney would chip it out of the zone. Cut off by White. Dumped in there by Friesen, who sidesteps a big check there from Hunter Hodgson. Maloney battles for it with Friesen. Vilhauer's got some time now to start the breakout. Here's Curley, indirect pass ahead. Just offside at the line there was Reed Gramlich. Faceoff will come down into the neutral zone. Quick counter attack there by Arizona, but to no avail as they were offside. Cade Olson reaches the red line and throws it around the glass. Helgelson chops it ahead. Cut off there by Savolsky, had it knocked off his stick. Curley strike down to the ice. See who the penalty's going to be on. I think it's going to be on Arizona State as Savivsky had the puck knocked off his stick and Curley was quickly given chase. So Arizona's power play that is very strong will have a good chance here to even the score. Vockler in to take the face-off for Arizona. He wins it back. Steffen to Hughes. Steffen and Hughes play catch at the point. It's Kioka faking the one-timers. Vockler. Steffen. Jake Vockler throws it down low. Deflection by Rue is stopped there by Glenn. Rue's able to work the puck free, walk down. Plays it to Hughes. Hughes to the point. Kioka fakes the shot. Now takes the shot, and it was blocked there. Nice play by Tyler Kiley Ram as Arizona State will throw it on Gould's net. It wasn't able to catch it, but Kioka's back to play the rebound, and he'll get skating up ice. Nicholas Kioka sidesteps Kennedy. Steffen skates it in the zone. Saucer pass, too hard to handle for Hughes as Vockler will give chase back. Minute 5 seconds ago on the Arizona power play. Vockler skating in with some speed. Vockler accelerating. Riley Rue picks it up. Rue backhands it across looking for Hughes. He let it run. Comes to Steffen now at the point. Kioka to Vockler. Vockler has some space to walk in. Plays it across to Steffen. Steffen shoots. Save made by Glenn on the short side. Hughes trying to backhand it out to the front. Glenn closely watching his post. Chance to clear here for Olson, and he does. Possible chance going the opposite way. Ben Chase in short-handed. Gould makes the stop. Big stop there by Hayden Gould to keep it 1-0 as Vockler now plays it to the point. Baird saucers it to Gramlich. Gramlich wasn't able to get it on his forehand. Tries to chip it down to Curley. Puck is cleared out of the Arizona zone with 10 seconds to go. Big stop there by Gould on Ben Chase, who was looking for the shorthanded goal to extend the ASU lead. Helgelson skates in with some speed. Tries to throw it to the net, takes a bump, loses his stick. Clearance attempt hit King, so it's a 2-on-1. Here comes King into the zone, but nice play there by Dylan Walker, the forward back, making a nice defensive play as Reed Gramlich gets skating up ice. Gramlich stops up in the corner, tries to play to the point. Hagelson across. Walking down and shooting is Vockler. Or excuse me, that was Carson Renfrew coming off the bench. That left-handed shot on the right side of the ice, but the puck was deflected up and out of play.
We've seen lots of little turnovers and missed passes that just kind of go wide that are leaving these open situations where ASU is able to create these these 2-on-1s or these 3-on-1s, and U of A defense needs to tighten that up a little bit, at least in.
I agree as well. Kind of got unlucky on one of them. It was kind of a weird deflected pass, and Chase was able to streak in there for the breakaway as Squarey chips it up ahead. Chipped in on net where Gould will chaperone it to the side. In the corner, they battle for it. Pizzo for Arizona plays it out towards the point as it comes all the way to the far side. The goal scorer for Arizona, Ty Marchand, his pass ahead. Miss Kylie Ram as Pizzo tries to deflect it to the middle. Renfrew will play it up the wall. Here is Pizzo. Pizzo tries to backhand it to the middle to Cooch. Pizzo's got some time now. Tried to drop it back to Vockler. Him and Vockler, though, weren't on the same page. Vockler's able to force a steal, though. Vockler dropped his stick, so he wasn't able to play the puck. As Renfrew plays it ahead to Hughes, who plays it cross ice. Arizona kind of all over the place here as King plays it cross ice. Gross throws it towards the net. Gross took a nice hit there as King throws it below the net. Thrown out in front. Gould makes the stop. De Villers was there for a redirection. Gould was ready for it, though. They battle for it on the half walls. Comes to White, who throws it right on Gould's net. Gould's content to covering it and halting play with 12:21 to go here in the middle period.
A little U of A fun fact for you. Number 16 will be retired indefinitely after, actually no, forever after Dylan Walker's final game tonight. As his father, Kelly Walker, originally retired the jersey prior to Dylan Walker's addition to the team.
Nicholas Kioka, one of the three seniors celebrating senior night tonight, will play it to Hagelson. Cooney backhands it ahead. Picked up here by Walker. Nice move. Dylan Walker on his backhand tries to stuff it out in front and went through the crease. Walker backhands to the point. Hagelson through the crowd. That one just goes wide. Rue was in front of the net. I don't think Glenn saw it. Kioka shoots from the point. That goes wide as well. Hagelson pinches in, throws it where Glenn will stick it away. Marchand clears. Kioka with the athletic attempt to no avail as the puck goes down the ice. No icing as Gould came out of his net to play it, and he'll just play it around the boards where Arizona State will collect it at their own blue line. Chipped into the zone. This one will be icing, though, so Arizona will have a face-off in their offensive zone, and Arizona State won't be able to change. Arizona gets their third line on the ice with Gramlich, Curley, and Vilhauer. Do the face-off over again. Curley wins it back, but nice jump there by Carter Newland. Plays it to Kennedy, gets it back. Newland trying to cut to the middle. Nice moves there. So we got a penalty coming up. It's going to be on Billy Maloney for a hold as Arizona State's going to go to the power play.
Now this is incredibly crucial to U of A's game here. Last period, ASU scored well on the power play, and this is where we need to see that very, very strong penalty kill for U of A shine. And we need to see that defensive positioning as they put out, I believe, this is their top power play unit here.
Hanrahan and Erickson, the forwards.
Penalty kill. Apologies.
King steps up there to keep the puck in. Plays it to Marchant. Arizona State 1 for 2 on the power play today. Here's Gross. He shoots. Gould saw it the whole way and makes the stop. As mentioned, Arizona State gives up the second most penalty kill goals, shorthanded goals rather. So Arizona may be wanting to capitalize on that as they got some speedsters on the ice. Face off one back here for Gross. King. Play to the point, Gross. One-timer here, saved by Gould. Quick shot there by Ty Marchant. Gould was up to the task. Shots on goal in that first period was 16-12 for Arizona. This period, ASU's definitely got more shots on net than Arizona has. Gould's had a really nice game. The one goal, can't say it's his fault either. Just a good play by Arizona State on the power play and back in the first period. Looks like Coach Berman wants a word with the referee and linesman. Might be talking about some face-off procedure. Might be an issue with the clock. There's a minute 24 to go on the Arizona penalty kill.
Ref seems to be talking in the face-off dot here.
See if it's an issue with the clock. All right, well, after all that, the clock stays the same. And the play is now resumed. As the puck's played to the point to Marchant. King wanting it on the far side. Marchant walks down the wall, plays it to King. King walks down. Here's Gross. Gross shoots quickly. Gould missed the stop. Gould was ready for it as makes a nice pad save. Played a clock across to Marchant, who walked down the wall. Watched there by Erickson and King. Trying to poke the puck free. Here's a break for Alex Hegelson in. Alex Hegelson, save made by Glenn. He had a 2-on-0 there as the defenseman was jumping up in the play. Hegelson with the best chance for Arizona today, and Nate Glenn makes a fine stop. Skating in now with some speed is Gross, trying to get around Baird. Baird uses all of his 6'5" wingspan to poke it away. King at the point, plays it here to Marchant. Now King walks down the wall. King, nice move coming to the middle, and the shot goes wide by Kennedy as Erickson's skating up ice. Closely watched there as Erickson bowling his way ahead. The puck was played with a hand pass.
With 1 second left on the penalty kill for U of A, they'll go back to even strength pretty much exactly when they blow the whistle.
Billy Maloney, a defenseman, is in the box, so he's likely to go straight off to the bench. Arizona State controls off the face-off. Maloney does go straight to the bench. Arizona will get a forward on the ice. That's Wyatt Steffen as it's played into the zone here by Tonjes. Puck played ahead here for Steffen. One-on-one. Steffen shoots. That one was blocked by Olsen. Cut off by Hughes. Played towards the middle to Vockler. Falkler kind of overskated the puck as Arizona State will hit the counterattack the opposite way. Dumped into the zone by Squeary. Gould plays it around nicely, so Steffen trying to get away from Kylie Ram. Nice defensive play there by the forward as Carson Cooch will chip it up into the zone. Kyoka will play it to Helgelson, who chips it up out of the zone. Arizona State looks like they've been winning all these 50-50 puck battles. They've been a step ahead of Arizona here in the second period and much of the first period as well. Arizona trying to reverse course here in the second half of this game. Arizona getting fresh bodies on the ice as Chase will play it across and deflected into the zone here by Ryan Quast. Helgelson, nice move as he chips it up the wall. Steffen at the end of his shift down in the defensive zone lets it run to Rue, who chips it up ahead. Walker wasn't able to stop it. Marchant skates in with some speed, throws it right on net. Gould makes the glove save and will hang on. We'll take an under 10 timeout.
Very rowdy crowd in here tonight at the TCC. We have exactly one game left in the TCC for this season. It's going to be your U of A Wildcat women against the ASU Sun Devils tomorrow at 1 p.m. All women's games are free this season, so you can come hang out in the AC in the AC at the TCC tomorrow at 1 p.m.
Arizona looks like they need to get some momentum here.
Absolutely.
Maybe it's a big check or a good chance, something to spring their offense. Besides that one shorthanded opportunity for the defenseman Helgelson, opportunities have been hard to come by here for the Wildcats. Off the face-off, King throws it down below the net. John Baird will throw it up the wall. Puck hit the linesman. Trying to poke check it ahead there was Arizona, and now they have it out of the zone with Dylan Walker. Walker skates in with some speed. Rue, a quick shot, save made by Glenn. Baird will throw it right back at the net. That one was blocked by Gross out of the zone. Renfrew whips it across the ice. Cooney collects, but wasn't able to get it around King. Back to the middle where Matthew Gross toe drags away from Baird. King plays across ice looking for DeVillers, and the puck was knocked off his stick. Riley Rue skates in and will chip it below the net. Taking a bump there was Savovsky. Puck comes out to neutral ice where Hodgson will play it. Hodgson skates into the zone, makes a quick shot. Glenn makes a blocker save. This puck hit the netting and went out of play with 6:57 to go in the second period. Jack Curley in to take the face-off for Arizona. He loses his Atanas, plays it around. Maloney pinches in. One-timer Maloney. Glenn makes the stop, and a quick whistle there as Glenn thought he had it, but he didn't. The puck squirted free. Maloney's upset because the puck went right to his stick. He would have had a good opportunity there. So a bad break there for the Wildcats. The draw. Played around the net. Pinching in here is Hodgson. Makes a nice hit, but skating up ice is Trevor Kennedy. Kennedy, a quick shot. Gould fights it off. Quick snapshot there by Trevor Kennedy as Maloney's knocked to the ice. Played around. Curley plays it to Maloney. Maloney will just reverse it to Hodgson to keep possession. Gramlich trying to play it up the wall. Pinching in there was Anthony White. Arizona's not able to get the puck out. 6:13 to go in the second period. Arizona State going off for a change. Arizona keeping their third line out there in the period of the long change, where it's harder for the defensemen to go off the ice. It's also possible to catch on-man breaks that way. U of A chants ringing around the building as this will be icing. So Arizona will get a face-off in their offensive zone. So get the, looks like the fourth line jumps out there.
You're Berman in this situation. Who are you putting on? What are you trying to see? Obviously, you're trying to push the momentum here, but where do you think you could see that?
Just trying to get a spark from anyone. Doesn't matter if the first line or the second line. Just trying to get a spark, get a good chance, get a big hit. Fourth line on the ice as Rossi chips it ahead. As the puck is skied up in the air where Hegelson will glove it down. Erickson skates into the zone, 3-on-2. Erickson a quick shot. Save made by Glenn. Kyoko will play it around the net to Pizzo. Pizzo centers it, but no one home as the puck is cleared only as far as Hegelson to shoot. Rossi was waiting there for the deflection, but the shot was blocked. There's a big hit as Pizzo trying to get away from Marchand, who dumps him to the ice. Big size mismatch there. Hegelson will play it around the net. Here's Rossi. Ari Rossi looking for some options. Will backhand it down to Pizzo, who just tries to deflect it. Marchand clears it. Hegelson wasn't able to keep it in as it's off his skate out of the zone. So good offensive zone pressure there, but no good chances for Arizona. I think Arizona needs to get more shots from the blue line with a screen in front of Glatt and make it difficult for the ASU goalie, who's been on his A game tonight, to make the stop.
Absolutely. We've seen that from players like Kioka, Vockler. Like, we need to see more of that one-timer from the point.
Olsen will throw it in wide of Gould's net. Baird will reverse it to Renfrew, who plays it up the wall to Steffen. Steffen chips it ahead. Here comes Jake Vockler in with some speed, but a nice defensive play there by Cade Olsen, who throws it ahead, but it was out of the reach of Kylie Ram. A little too hot for him to handle. Arizona will now exit the zone. Baird knocks down his man. Skating in here is Hughes. Will play it across to Steffen. Steffen to Vockler. Vockler shoots, saved by Glenn. Hughes wasn't able to get a stick on the rebound. Good chance there, though, for Arizona. Renfrew in the corner. Takes a hit there by Cooch. Baird has it now with some time to exit the zone. Held on to kind of there by Kylie Ram as he chips it in. Olsen wasn't able to handle it. Vockler shoots. Glenn makes the stop and hangs on to the rebound. Good shift there for Arizona's first line. Not able to get anything on the scoreboard, but created some chances, got some shots on net. See if Arizona can continue that pressure now with the second line of Room, Cooney, and Walker coming onto the ice. Rue digging in to take the face off. Rue wins it back to Walker, but the puck was in his feet. Quas exits the zone. Fanning on the dumping attempt was Maloney, but Walker is quick to pick it up. He'll throw it on net to Glenn, who's content to just holding it. Rue wins the faceoff. Walker chips it ahead. This one's chipped way up and down. This one, does it have enough legs for icing? It does, as Hodgson came back to play it. So the faceoff will go back into the Arizona State defensive zone. It was chipped out there by Keaton Tonjes. See if Rue can set up a one-timer here for Walker. Rue plays it back. Walker couldn't quite get a shot off as Arizona State was quick to pounce. Kennedy throws it into the Arizona zone. Arizona State going off for a change. Hodgson plays it ahead, deflected in by Cooney. Rue trying to get away, but a nice defensive play there by Marchant. As skating up and out here is Gross. Puck is poke checked away from him and chipped up where Marchant will play it. Watched there by Dylan Walker, the leading point getter in the ACHA Division I WCHL. Trying to create a spark in his last ever home game here. The Tucson Convention Center as Keoka plays it ahead to Curley. Now to Maloney. Maloney tried to play it across. Gross. Nice play there to knock it out of midair. Vilhauer throws it to the net. Glenn with an easy stop as Chase clears it up the boards and out. Here's Gramlich in. Reed Gramlich trying to throw it to the net, and Glenn closely watches and makes a glove save.
We really haven't seen too many strong looks from U of A in this period. I feel like a couple, sure, but not as many as we saw in the first there.
I agree. Arizona State's defense has been solid this period. Here's Hegelson. He'll throw it below the net. Gramlich trying to center it quickly as Curley was crashing to the front. Arizona State's also been very clean on their exits like you see here as Carson Cooch will saucer to the net. Gold will stick it aside. Curley's got some time now to chip it up and out of the zone. Tonjes plays it around the Cade Olsen. The defenseman plays it up to Keoka, and Keoka will throw it on net. Fourth line on the ice for Arizona with 1:50 to go here in the second period. This is going to be icing the opposite way. So with the face-up being in an offensive zone and tired bodies on for ASU, they're going to get their big guns on the ice. It looks like a little bit of a change as Dylan Walker is now out there with Jake Vockler and Justin Hughes. Coach Berman trying to find a spark, some chemistry between anyone as Renfrew whips this across the ice. Baird collects it though, throws it to the net. It was blocked out in front. Vockler was trying to play it as a nice hit there by Renfrew, right in front of the Arizona crowd. Walker skates in with some speed. Plays it here to Hughes. Hughes will play it to Renfrew, who's got some space to walk down. Renfrew plays it out in front to Vockler, and his deflection was stopped by Glenn. Played up the wall and out of the reach of John Baird. Nice clearance there by Kylie Ram. So Arizona State's able to get fresh bodies on the ice. Walker chips it right on Glenn's net. He'll just glove it down and freeze with 1:01 to go in the second period. Good chance there for Vockler in front of the net, as Arizona had potentially their three best forwards out there trying to create something. As now Stefan comes on the ice. Stefan out there with Rue and Cooney. Rue wins it back. Stefan quickly shoots. That one was blocked wide. Arizona State doing a great job getting in the shooting lane. King skies this one way up in the air. Finally comes down for Hodgson. Maloney will play across ice. Good stick there by Hunter Friesen to deflect that one into the Arizona bench. Good crowd on hand, but haven't had much to cheer for so far. Kind of been sitting on their hands as Arizona State's been the better of the two squads. Chase will chip it up and out. Kennedy chaperones it into the zone. Puck played ahead here to Jake Vockler. Vockler trying to toe drag around the defenseman. Nice play there by Ty Marchand, who's been ASU's best player tonight. Nice stick play there. As Walker collects, he's got some space. Walker into the zone. Walker shoots, it was blocked. Walker collects, wraparound attempt, but it was cut off there by Quast. Kyoka way up in the play as the puck is cleared down, and that is the end of the second period. Nice finish there to the period for Arizona, but to no avail as the score remains Arizona State 1, Arizona 0.
We'll be back shortly to bring you the third period.
Welcome back. Tucson, everyone. Turner Joy alongside Brooke Barker. It's been a slow 2 periods for Arizona. With a big crowd on hand, you know they're going to be looking to bounce back here in the 3rd period, the final period of the season at home before they go off to the playoffs and nationals. This is not it for ASU. ASU will not be going on to the playoffs. They got another game tomorrow versus GCU. But they're playing spoiler here in Tucson thus far. Played a great game, have been winning all the 50-50 puck battles. And Arizona's going to be looking to eagle-eyes the scoreboard.
U of A's got a lot right now. You have a packed house. You got the pep band here. You have a lot of fans. And 7 years in a row of Cactus Cup wins. Set the stage.
You already know Coach Berman and the Arizona State coach were preaching that at halftime at the intermission as well. Just getting mixed up with my sports here. So we're about to get the 3rd period underway. Same way they started the 2nd period, Arizona goes with their 4th line to start, trying to generate some momentum. Here we go. Arizona will be looking to get a big hit, get a penalty from Arizona State, do something to get some momentum going. Hodgson clears it up in the neutral ice where Erickson will chip it into the zone. He's hit there by Ben Chase. As it's cleared up by Marchand ahead, just out of the reach of Hunter Friesen. The ASU forward stops up, takes a big hit there by Hodgson in the corner. As Maloney will skate it out for Arizona. Billy Maloney will reach the red line and dump it in. He's content to go and offer a change, full sail change for the Wildcats as they get their first line on the ice. Kennedy's stick was knocked out of his hand by Walker as Hegelson isn't able to keep the line. He'll dump it in now. Hegelson had the best chance for Arizona. He had a breakaway on the penalty kill, but Glenn came up big with the stop as Kioka steps up to play the puck, but Arizona State has possession. King backhands it around. Played up to Cross. Gross will play it across to King. King enters the zone, shoots, Gold makes a stop. The big rebound was shot wide there by DeVillers as the puck's cleared. Athletic play there by Matthew Gross, jumping into the air to catch it and bring it down. As the puck goes behind the net where Hegelson and DeVillers will collide. Hughes will chip it to the middle. Vockler accelerates through neutral ice. Jake Vockler with a lot of speed. Has the puck knocked off his stick momentarily. He'll throw it to the net as Glenn makes a stop. Play to the point, kept in there by Baird. Baird will play it to Vockler. Gramlich going to the net, back towards Baird. He wasn't able to get a stick on it. Kioka fires and a glove save made by Glenn. Good start for Arizona in the first minute, 50 seconds. That's a start probably Coach Berman and his squad wanted, as they'll got a face-off here in the offensive zone. Arizona State outshot Arizona in the 2nd period after Arizona outshot them in the 1st. Puck comes back to the point. Baird will shoot it wide of the net off the inboards. Rue plays it, takes a check there from behind. Big hit there by Keen Tonjes as the puck's cleared out of the zone. No icing though, so Gold will stop it. We'll play it ahead where Rue takes a bump, plays it out to neutral ice. Both teams kind of feeling each other out here in the 3rd period as Tonjes stops up on Baird, plays it out to the point. White will play it out in neutral ice and then dump it back. Off the glove of Rue, picked up by Gramlich, played to Baird. Whipped across ice. Steffen plays it off the inboards, collides with the linesman. Steffen plays it to the middle, and a penalty coming up on Arizona State as cutting to the net there was Jack Curley, and Arizona will be going to a campus recreational power play.
I've said it before and I'll say it again. This is where they need to lock in. They need to capitalize on this and change the tide. They need to bring the feedback. They need to bring the energy back and the momentum here in this power play.
A lot of weapons for Arizona's power play. They got Vockler on the right side, kind of in the Ovechkin spot, if you will, with his one-timer. Riley Rue to take the face-off, wins it back cleanly to Kioka. Steffen plays it below the net. Hughes to Steffen, they play catch. Hughes in front, Rue, a pad save made by Glenn. Vockler plays it to the point. Kioka shoots. Glenn out to make the stop with Rue right in front of him. Good start to the Arizona power play, 15 seconds in. Good early chances. Arizona State wins the face-off. This is played around to Kennedy, who backhands it out of the zone. Kioka's able to knock it down. We'll play it up the wall to Vockler. Here's Justin Hughes. We'll throw it around the boards. Stefan plays it back down to Hughes, who missed the puck. So it's picked up by Marchant, who will clear it off the boards and out of the zone. Kill off more time. Here comes Nicholas Kioka skating in with some speed. Kioka plays it cross ice, too hot for Stefan to handle, so the puck goes all the way back down. Arizona's looked dangerous when they've been able to set up in the zone, but that's been the problem, being able to set up once the puck goes back down into their own zone. As Vockler will get skating up ice, avoids two stick checks as Vockler shoots. That one goes wide. Puck is nowhere to be found. Now it's found by Vockler. They're saying the puck was out of play. No one knew where the puck was there. Everyone was kind of looking around. Ref even looked confused there as well. So it looks like the shot hit the top of the board right on the dasher, so it bounced way up in the air. Arizona will get their second unit on the ice now. Curley digging in to take the face off. He's going to be taking it against Jake King. Just kidding, he's going to be taking it against Ben Chase. It's won with the help from Maloney. Walking down here as Walker plays it across. Maloney shoots off the side of the net. The puck bounced back out in front. Maloney will play it to the point. Hagelson will shoot. That one was more of a pass, looking for Gramlich. Walking in here is Walker. Him and Maloney switch spots. Walker hanging on to it, plays it down low, back in front. Gramlich a chance, and it goes wide. Knocked down by Hagelson in the corner. They battle for the puck as it finally comes free. Shot on net. Gould makes a stop. He'll play it to keep the faceoff from in their own zone. As Dylan Walker will play it back to Maloney. Good chances for Arizona, but nothing to show for it. This is going to be icing on Arizona State. So the faceoff will be back in the Arizona offensive zone.
Back to full strength here, but we're seeing a lot more time spent here in the offensive zone for your Wildcats. We're seeing kind of more of these chances and these shots that we haven't seen before that we really want to continue to see here in the third.
Baird was knocked off the puck as the puck goes in on Glenn. Whipped off the boards, deflected in the zone. Gould will let it play to Baird. Just about 5 minutes a little bit over 5 minutes here into this third period. Arizona definitely off to a better start. And right as I say it, they iced the puck as Rossi wasn't able to handle the hot pass from Renfrew. The faceoff will go down onto the Arizona defensive side. Renfrew plays the puck for Arizona as the fourth line will now exit. Erickson will chip it ahead. He will give chase himself, knocked off the puck there. Renfrew's got it, will throw it to the net. That one never made it there as it was blocked by Friesen, who exits the zone. Friesen takes a bump as it's played in by Squeary. Squeary and Baird give chase. Played around here. Carson Renfrew and Friesen will collide. Arizona State trying to work it free. Ari Rossi will play it up towards Pizzo. Pizzo will play it off the glass. Played here by Erickson, skating into the zone. Couldn't quite get around Marchant, who comes up a little grimacing, holding his wrist as he collided with the Arizona forward. That'd be a big loss for Arizona State if he isn't able to continue. Justin Hughes has it now, backhanded to the middle to Vockler. Has it intercepted, though, but Vockler recollects for Arizona. His pass, though, was an errant one as it's picked up by Carter Newland. Newland stops up, played it towards the middle. Right now, Arizona State's first on every 50-50 puck, as Hagelson will chip this one off the glass and out. Gross has the puck knocked off his stick. Vockler can't play it, though, because they were offside. But they got back into the zone, only for Newland to skate it out for Arizona. Gross sidestepped the check from Hagelson and then took down Hagelson. Here's a turnover, though. Here's a chance. Hughes plays it back. Vockler, a shot was stopped by Glenn. Looked like Hughes had a good chance to shoot there. Kyoka, long drive, was blocked. Penalty coming up to Arizona State. It's going to be a tripping call on Ryan Quas, and Arizona's going to go right back to the power play. It looked originally like Quas was knocked down. Could have been a cross check. But the penalty will be on Arizona State, and Arizona will go to the campus recreational power play.
All the momentum is here, and it's here and now. This is the time that we need to see U of A capitalize. I've said it a billion times now. This is it.
Arizona's got their second unit on the ice. It's the first unit. Most of the players were just on the ice. So as it's played here to Hagelson, he'll play it to Walker, who walks down, plays it across to Maloney. Touch pass. Hagelson a drive. That one was blocked. Maloney gloves it down. Hagelson wants a one-timer again. Maloney instead will play it down to Curley. Hagelson looking at the net. Instead it goes to Walker. Him and Hagelson switch spots. Walker walks down, shoots, blocker save made. It's loose in front. They battle for it. Walker trying to get a stick on it. Maloney from a tight angle. Puck comes out towards Dylan Walker again. Walker shoots. Glenn with the glove save, and the puck is cleared by Arizona State. Good chances there for Arizona. They're going to get the first unit, or some of the players on the first unit, onto the ice now. Arizona pressing the gas here in the third period as Dylan Walker skates in. Walker can't quite get around Marchant, who's back on the ice after grimacing a little bit with his wrist. Arizona's got their first unit on halfway through this power play with a minute left. Vockler with a lot of speed into the zone. Vockler with some speed coming to the net. And Glenn with a nice poke check. Puck cleared off the ref, so it took a weird bounce. Rue plays it back down to Hughes. Hughes with some time, plays it to the point to Kyoka. Kyoka across. Rue down low. Tried to play it there with Stefan to Hughes. Comes to the point. Kyoka fakes the shot. We'll play to Stefan down low. Hughes to Rue, a good stop. The rebound was stopped too. Two great stops there by Nate Glenn. Puck played ahead. Stefan's got it. Stefan in, shoots. That one goes wide on the far side. Rue throws her right back down to Hughes. Puck clears, takes a weird bounce off the end boards. Vockler keeps it in. He's got some space to shoot. And Glenn makes the glove save. Nate Glenn with 3 fantastic stops on the Arizona power play that has 5 seconds left. Man, the second save on Rue was spectacular.
Definitely.
Rue got his own rebound and flashed the pad out and made the stop.
Definitely a nail biter here in the third.
Face-off won by Arizona. Erickson will play it to Renfrew, who shoots. This one was blocked into the corner. Rossi and Pizzo fight for it.
We're back
King's
to full
got
strength
it.
here.
As out of the box is Quast. Arizona looked dangerous on that power play, but yet again couldn't put one on the score sheet. As here comes Pizzo. or excuse me, that's Ari Rossi skating in through the neutral zone as they're offside at the line.
All right, fans, the Chuck the Puck winner tonight is Tyler H. Tyler H., you are tonight's Chuck the Puck winner.
John Baird plays the puck for Arizona. Will reach the red line and throw it right in on Glenn, who's content to hanging on to it, and there'll be a face-off in the Arizona State defensive zone.
All right, Wildcat fans, your 50-50 winner. Get out your tickets. The 50-50 winner is 530-1986 and 530-1986.
Arizona's got their third line on the ice with the center Jack Curley going to try and win it back to Vilhauer. Instead, Arizona State wins the faceoff. It's cleared. Maloney kicks at it. Wasn't able to keep it in. Hodgson, nice back check though to play it. Maloney will play it to Hodgson. Hodgson up ahead to Cooney. 3-on-3, Arizona enters the zone. McLean Cooney shot was blocked. Comes to Vilhauer, who couldn't quite get a shot off as he got it on his backhand side. And skating out here is Hunter Friesen with some speed. Friesen has a puck poke checked off his stick there by Hodgson. Arizona State delayed offside. Vilhauer, nice play to get around Marchant. Vilhauer had some space to walk in. Instead, he elected for the pass, but no one was there. Vilhauer frustrated going off to the bench. Arizona will get some fresh bodies on the ice. Expect to see a lot of Jake Vockler, Justin Hughes, and Dylan Walker, as those are the three forwards on the ice now. As Walker takes the puck off the end boards, reaches the blue line, plays it to Hughes. Justin Hughes trying to get around King, couldn't quite do it. That is the two number 9s there. We're battling as the puck goes down for an icing. So Arizona will keep their big guns on the ice. So Arizona State won't be able to change. Justin Hughes, in the second game of this 5-game series, had a hat trick, including a goal to tie it with 23 seconds left. All 3 of his goals came in the third period on this side. He's going to be looking to repeat some of that magic tonight. DeVillers chips us up and out of the zone. And we're going to do it all over again as we got another icing. As a lot of the play has been in the Arizona State defensive zone, kind of the concept of parking the bus. That's what the Sun Devils have done, and it's been working. Arizona State wins the faceoff though. So this is clear. Knocked out of midair by Helgelson nicely. He plays it to Walker. Walker able to get away from the Villers momentarily, and now we'll throw it off the stanchion, so it bounces out in front, and Glenn was alert to it and caught it out of the air for that weird bounce. So we got the under 10 timeout. As Arizona is still down 1-0 from a first period goal, power play goal from Ty Marchant from Matthew Gross. That's been the difference in this one. We're about to resume action here. Riley Ruin to take the face off. Rue wins it back. It's poked ahead by Friesen, kept in by Baird only momentarily. One-on-one going the other way. Trevor Kennedy in on Renfrew. Renfrew makes the block. Puck bounces out to the corner where Wyatt Steffen has some room to skate up. Well, tried to backhand it across. It was knocked away by Kennedy. Arizona stays on side. Steffen plays it to the point. Baird has some room to walk down. Baird will play it back to Steffen. Steffen looking for a lane, shoots. That one was blocked into the netting and out of play. We've seen a couple times in this period Arizona have some chances but not willing to get the shot off, like Owen Vilhauer had one a couple minutes ago. Arizona trying to get some bodies in front of Glenn, make it difficult for the goalie, who's been fantastic tonight, pitching a shutout throughout the first 50 minutes of this one with 8:11 to go here in the third period. Jack Curley in to take the face off. Arizona State doing a little last-minute adjustment. Friesen's kicked out of the dot. In to take the face off is Squeary. Puck comes to Cooney trying to kick it free. Marchant will just whip it off the glass. Arizona State exits. Squeary couldn't get around Billy Maloney. Nice defensive play there. Arizona's defense has had a nice game tonight. They haven't been able to create a lot of A-plus chances, though. The offense hasn't. Let's see if the defense can jump up in the play and create some offensive chances. Curley passed ahead. Vilhauer couldn't catch up to it. Hodgson plays it off the end boards. Kioka plays it across to Helgelson. Up the wall it goes. Stopped there by DeVillers. Puck bounces way up into the air. Chipped out by Pizzo. Right on Gould's net. Gould looking to play it. Will reverse it to Helgelson, who will backhand it up the wall. Pizzo tries to bat it down. Puck goes back below the net. Rossi harassed there as DeVillers will throw it off the glass. Arizona having trouble getting out of their zone here as they got their fourth line on the ice. Kicked ahead. Cooney trying to poke it ahead. Still can't get it out. Now Kyoko's got some chance. He'll chip it ahead. Stopped there by Tonjes. Backhanded ahead here. Coming in is Gross. Gross shoots. Gould makes the stop, and he'll cover up the rebound as dumped in front of the net there was Jake King. Off the face-off, Arizona has it as it's cleared to the boards, kept in by Olsen. He'll throw it around the net. Bump there is Kylie Ram. Hughes has it now, so he could exit the zone. Hughes will throw it to the opposite corner, giving Chase's Walker. Chipped off the glass and out, where Renfrew will play it. Carson Renfrew backhands it into the zone. Cade Olsen will throw it down the ice. This will be icing, but first to it, though, is Trevor Kennedy, so Gould will come out and play it. And he'll play it up to Jake Vockler. Vockler to Hughes. Justin Hughes gets going into the Arizona State zone. Hughes trying to go between his own legs. It was cut off there by Marchant, who's had a hell of a game. Friesen avoids a big check there by John Baird. Vockler will play it up towards Dylan Walker, who has it. Walker with 5:39 to go in the third period. Will get going through neutral ice. Will kick it ahead. He gets dumped by Friesen. Gramlich in with some speed. His shot was blocked. It's loose there for the taking, and Arizona State's got it now as he'll exit the zone. Is coming in here is Squeary trying to cut to the middle off his own shin pad, and a pad save made by Gould as Squeary went hard into the end boards behind the play. Steffen skates into the zone for Arizona, trying to toe drag on Ben Chase, but it wouldn't work. As Maloney cuts it off, plays it towards Gramlich at the front. It's loose in the top of the blue paint as we got a stoppage because a player's helmet is off. Billy Maloney's helmet came off, so the whistle blew. Arizona creating some chances in front of Nate Glenn's net. Faceoff will come outside the zone. Got some confusion of where the puck was. It was sitting behind the net. So now we'll get the face-off going outside of the zone. Played here by Steffen. Steffen takes a hit there by Gross as it's played in the zone. DeVillers walked out in front of his own net and plays it to Gross, who whips it across the ice. Thrown into the zone by DeVillers. Coming in is King, takes a huge hit behind the net. Stuff attempt there as the puck is frozen up. As King goes down to the ice again, ref's looking right at it. I don't think he's interested in calling a penalty. King might be looking to draw a penalty. That's the second time he's kind of fell in front of the net. Chase throws it on net. It's tied up there. There's a lot of the fans reacting as two players were tied up behind the play. Justin Hughes skates into the zone, shoots that one wide on the blocker side. Walker couldn't quite keep it in. Renfrew took a run at Cooch there. It was Renfrew and Cooch who were tied up behind the play. Vockler throws it in as the game's got chippy here in the last 5 minutes. Played to the point, kept in by Vockler. Sidesteps two Arizona State's players. Vockler shoots, that one goes wide. And we'll go all the way back down. Friesen's first on it for ASU. Hunter Friesen trying to get away from Renfrew, plays it off the back of the net. Now Friesen plays it as a shot goes wide by Suvevsky. Three minutes, 40 seconds to go, and this one is Marchant will throw it on Gould's net where he gloves it and plays it down to Maloney. Maloney chips it up and out of the zone. Touch to Gramlich. Reed Gramlich throws it wide of the net. Curley's got some time to figure out what he wants to do. He'll throw it behind the net. Chase cuts it off for Arizona State. Gramlich, closely watched there by Kylie Ram. Takes two bumps there. Kylie Ram will chip it off the boards and up and out of play. Puck hit the glass, so the puck or the faceoff will stay in the Arizona offensive zone. King kicked out of the faceoff. Grossen to take it against Riley Rue. DeVillers plays it up the wall. Kept in though. Kioka shot. That one was deflected wide. Played by Gramlich. Behind the net it goes. The point it goes to Helgelson. He'll play it across. A drive from Kioka is saved by Glenn. King has a chance to clear. Will play it up. Kioka skates it down. But Arizona State will be able to exit the zone. Kioka plays it up. Arizona State exit. Here comes Justin Hughes in with some speed, but Hughes lost control of the puck. Hughes and Tonjish go into the boards. Played behind the net to Vockler, who tried to center it. Played by Dylan Walker. Walker plays it to Helgelson. Helgelson shoots. That one was blocked. Nice block there by Matthew Gross, and it's cleared out of the zone with 2:15 to go in the third period. Billy Maloney will get skating up ice. Closely watched there by Trevor Kennedy. Now he'll get going through the neutral ice with some speed. Plays it to Vockler. Vockler, nice move, trying to create some space. Picked up here by Arizona State, cleared down the ice. This will be icing, so Arizona State will not be able to change. Let's see if Coach Berman elects to use his timeout here. Or probably not, because he wants to keep the Arizona player. We'll see if Hayden Gold will come off. If anyone was to use a timeout, it would actually be Arizona State here in this situation. See if Gold will go to the bench. Rue wins it back. Steffen shoots. Glove save made. Steffen wasn't able to get all of that.
Pull your goalie. Timeout. Pull your goalie. Fucking moron. Sorry, he doesn't know what he's doing. He doesn't know what he's doing. Sorry, he doesn't know what he's doing. Sit down. Sit down. Sit down. You don't know how to
Face
be quiet.
played out of the zone by Arizona State. Helgelson will get going up ice. Helgelson will throw it on net. Save made by Glenn. Glenn plays it up. Steffen isn't able to keep it in. Here's Gramlich. Rue. Helgelson chips it in. Helgelson takes a big hit. This one goes bouncing in on Glenn kind of dangerously, and it's picked up. Let's see if Coach Berman elects to pull Gold here and get the extra attacker. I think he's going to want to call a timeout first. So Arizona will call timeout, take a breather as you expect to see Dylan Walker, Steffen, Vockler, Hughes, and Kioka out on the ice. And set a power play type situation here with 1:20 to go here in the final period. The net is empty. Arizona's got 6 attackers on the ice. Only 1 defenseman, that's Nicholas Kioka. Face-off, 1 back to the point. Kioka walks down the wall. Kioka plays it to the point. Walker's got some room, walks in, shoots, save made by Glenn. It's loose there. Kioka across, Steffen. His shot was blocked there by Tonjes. A shot at the empty net goes just wide, so this will be icing with 1 minute left here. Good look there for Kioka. He elected to make the pass to Steffen, but Steffen was on his off wing, wasn't able to get a one-timer off. So now Arizona State will use their timeout and draw up their defensive positioning. 61 seconds left here in the third period. Arizona's got all their leading goal scorers out on the ice. A modified power play unit. A late change made is coming off the ice is Keen Tonjes for ASU. Rue in to take the face-off. Rue wins it back to Hughes. Walker got dumped to the ice. As the puck goes down the ice wide of the net, Walker's slow to get up as he's holding his hand. Off the face-off, Arizona State has it. Cleared only as far as Kioka, he keeps it in. Hughes plays it back nicely to Kioka, who shoots through a crowd, save made by Glenn. Walker's got the puck for Arizona, trying to play it down low, but it was cut off. Back to the point it goes. Kioka keeps the line. Hughes has some room. Played across, Faulkner, one-timer, it took a deflection just wide. Walker again on it for Arizona, trying to ward off the check with 27 to go. Played across, Faulkner, one-timer, that was blocked. Great block there by Kennedy, throws it the length of the ice, well wide. So it'll be an icing one more time with 17.8 seconds to go. So we got a little skirmish in the corner. I think the ref's just telling everyone to settle down, no penalties coming. Face-off will be on the left-hand side of the ice. Rue wins it back. Nice move by Walker, but he wasn't able to get the shot off. Shot towards the empty net is wide again, so we'll do it all over again, this time with 10 seconds to go. The shot from the empty net there came by Carson Cooch. And with 10.1 seconds to go, one more clearance might just ice it. If Cooch just laid that one out into the neutral zone instead of trying to go for the empty net, might have been ball game. Face off to the left. Rue wins it back, but we got a face-off violation. So they'll put 10.1 probably back on the clock. .1 goes back on the clock. Rue wins the face-off back. One-timer Faulkner was blocked. Kennedy, Trevor Kennedy with the block of the game. As they battle for it in the corner. Puck comes loose, played out in front. Cooch got it, and Arizona State has won the Cactus Cup. Arizona State with a great defensive performance. They snatch they end a 7-year drought and win the season series versus their arch rival, the University of Arizona Wildcats.
And with that, this is Wildcat Hockey. Thank you for tuning in.